Hello and welcome to Love with Yellow. My name is Yellow, and this is a place where we talk about all things sensuality, combining that with our spirituality, the ancient art of Tantra, and of course the law of attraction. Today we are talking about the 2222 portal, which I gave you my last message about the energies that were coming in, and I thought I was going to be giving you a channeling yesterday on that actual date, but it never arrived. So my apologies for saying that I would be there. That was my human brain, and then the channel is not in my control and it didn't come through yesterday. Instead, what I have for you today is really beautiful. There's a message of the tendency that we have as humans, especially when it comes to these types of really potent days, whether you do manifestation, you do sex magic rituals, you work with the moon, whatever that is, we tend to have these really powerful experiences, and then afterwards to have this drop where we kind of go back into our old habits and routines. And so the message that I'm receiving for you is to really hold ourselves through that wave that we have, right? So today I'm going to be offering you a light language transmission in support of the continued energies of this portal. So this portal is not actually only one day. This portal, the way that I feel it, goes from the 2nd of February all until the 22nd of February. And the 22nd is actually the peak for me. So that is the day where I'm going to be feeling more of the energy of the number 2 and really downloading the codes of the Magdalene, of the master number of the number 22. So that combined with 2022 is going to be so potent. So this first one of the 2nd of February feels kind of like the build up, yeah? And even then, it still had a quite strong drop afterwards. So today I really want to work with that drop energy and really support us in keeping our posture throughout the month until the 22nd, and then after the 22nd throughout the rest of the year. So this is not about this peak energy, which when we're talking about sacred sexuality, this is very relevant because so many of us are really addicted and practiced, this is how our culture is, to look for that peak type of energy, whether that's in your sexual practices, whether that's in your goal-oriented way of looking at life, right? So when we feel that we've reached some sort of goal, we often have this drop afterwards, like, oh, yeah, but it didn't really hit me the way that I wanted to, and so I don't feel that great after all, So I'm really working today with this energy of allowing these waves of excitement, of downloads, to not only have more space between them so that they're longer, but also not to have such a peak and a valley, so that it's much more stabilized. There is still contrast between the top and the bottom of the peaks, but less than it used to be, right? We want to bring that space a little bit closer. And that is all about what the 2 is about bringing these two opposites and bringing them together into one number, the number 2, right? I was messaging a friend yesterday, and I was saying, just spinning off in my head, just bringing through whatever came through, and I was saying that 1 + 1 equals 11, but it also equals 2. And the 2 is so potent because 11 is 2 numbers still, but 2 is 1 number. So it is that non-duality where we're no longer separated, and that's the energy that we're working with with this whole portal from February 2nd to February 22nd and all through 2022. So, the reason this is relevant to me so much is because the number 22 is the master number of Mary Magdalene. So if you don't know who Mary Magdalene is, you might have some idea because she was in the Bible, and she is the prostitute. That's how she's referred to as. And Jesus stopped the men from throwing stones at her as punishment for her sins. In the bigger perspective, Mary Magdalene is actually a priestess of the rose, like I am, and she carries the ancient magic of Tantra, right? I don't know if you know this, but it's so beautiful. So welcome if you didn't. And her number is 22. Now the reason that 22 is her number is because it's all about non-duality. It's about bringing the opposites together. So this is the path of Tantra. It's working with the masculine and the feminine inside of our bodies, working with life and death. All of these polarities that we have, pain and pleasure, suffering and joy, right? These opposites become united and they weave together, right? So this is the beauty of two. All right. So just taking a few deep breaths, and we're going to go into the channeling in just a moment here. Slowing everything down. Giving yourself permission to go a little bit deeper into your body. Another thing to mention here that I haven't spoken about but is ready to come out is the energy of the twin flame. There is so much relevance right now with this energy in the number 2. So anybody who is here who relates to the path of the twin flame, I welcome you. And the union of these energies inside of us, the inner union and the outer expression of it that's happening as well in our world and in our individual relationships is so relevant. And so a lot of what I'm channeling through is for you as well, as it's something that I resonate with myself. So this is a channel from the Hathors, the goddess of the Mary Magdalenes, and the medicine of the rose, the beautiful flower that teaches us about depth, about the continual unfolding of the layers inside. So as I go into this channel, I welcome you, I invite you to go down deeper, a little bit further, right into the center of that rose, right into the center of your sacral chakra, to open and to expand and to allow yourself to receive this message with an open heart. The mind is not going to be so much relevant here. We actually bypass the mind with the language of light, and we go right through into the center of the light body. So listening from there, allowing yourself to receive the codes. Oshi halokoyantaka inokoyesia noto ria kanantata lokosia karatakata ikananana kela kaya shikalako anna kaisti alasia karana nikalakai okora karakanda nohoya alakai shoya huhia nokora mukakana kashi. Ai hua naisi no we ro yanatahi kuai no kalaha kinatora nuis tahaluna ito nakala kalaishi yakanaka yanaka kasukuya. Such a pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you so much for listening, for tuning into this beautiful energy of this 2222. And I welcome you to my space if you're new. I flow very freely, as you can tell, and I'm so grateful for your willingness to listen, to tune into your own heart, and to connect with the rest of the community by connecting with yourself and opening up into that bigger oneness that's available to us here. So thank you so much. I honor you, I respect you, and I welcome you. Please subscribe if you don't already, like the video so that more people can see it. And if you want to give me a comment, I would love to hear how this was for you. And I would also love to know what it is that you are feeling and calling in with this union happening with the 2 portal. And the more comments you can give me and letting me know, the more that I can direct the channeling to support you specifically. So thank you so much. Lots of love. Beautiful day.